you're talking about is boundaries, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're
Yeah.
keeping yourself from enmeshing into the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So you did in your senior year.
Yeah.
Do you think it was the physical separation going to school that kind of allowed you to set those boundaries up?
Yeah. I mean, it started not so good at all. I was calling home 5, 6 times a day. I was having panic attacks. I was crying all the time. I was so just completely disengaged here, and wanted nothing. I was considering transferring to a school closer to home because I felt so guilty coming to college and living my life. And even my sisters said to me, like, you deserve this. You need to go to school. My mom insisted that I needed to be away. I'm only an hour and a half away from home, but even still, that felt like an eternity away. It just was so painful to me to know that I was separating myself from something that I was so involved in. And then just like thinking I could remove myself, it felt like a luxury that I didn't deserve, you know? And, why should I get to separate myself when my mom can't separate herself? So that was really painful for me. And I went to therapy here at school. I had a therapist at home that I was seeing about it. I had friends that I opened up to about it, my coach. I really just started talking about it more. And I think that's when I saw the shift of like, maybe I'll be okay. Maybe I can separate myself without feeling so guilty about the fact that I am living a full life, even though this is all happening at home.
What tip would you give? What would be helpful to hear if you were that sibling and you were looking at this video going, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do
Mm-hmm.
I do? I'm leaving for college and I have 6 siblings. And do you have any thoughts?
I think my best advice would be, remember that as a sibling, you're a friend. And your sibling may not want to talk about it, talk about their disorder. You may have family that doesn't validate their disorder, doesn't quite get what an eating disorder is. And even though you do, even if you as a sibling care and want to help, but you don't have the resources necessarily to do so, I think just reminding your sibling that they can come to you and they won't be, they won't be told that it's all in their head. They won't be told that this is something that they'll get over. They won't be mocked or, yelled at or forced to do anything from a sibling, because you just have to remember your place as a sibling. And you can be the friend that is the advocate without completely investing your entire life in this. And it's important to go to college. It's important to separate yourself and create that boundary, because if you don't, you become the disorder too. Even though you don't, I always say that, like, I live with anorexia, but I'm not anorexic.